So, this is a new series that I'm going to do called Let Me Put You On. And I'm going to introduce to you guys one of my favorite authors, tell about her books, and why I love them so much. So, let's go. All right. So the first author we're going to do for Let Me Put You On is one of my personal favorites, and she goes by the name of Tannen or Tannen Tales. The crazy thing about Tannen is somehow we graduated from Winthrop University. She graduated a year before me, but we ran in the same social circles, know the same people, but somehow never crossed paths. But I'm very excited that I know her now in full adulthood, and she's one of my favorites. So let's get into her books. I am not going to do them in any particular order, but let's go. Okay, I am going to do this one last though. So first we have The Contract. This is her first self-published book, and when I tell y'all, this is the book that put me on romantic suspense. Like, I wasn't really trying to fool with suspense at all, but the way the twists and turns in this book go, chef's kiss. Highly recommend it. I am not gonna spoil it for you, but it is about a girl named Shane, and she has to figure out how to take care of her mother. And that journey leads her on a whirlwind. She does find love, but I ain't gonna spoil it for you. Go check it out. All right. Next up, do y'all see this cover? What is this cover telling you? Like, this cover tells you it's about to be some stuff going down. And that is exactly why I picked it up. This book right here kept me on the edge of my seat. And when I tell you the ending was not what I thought it was gonna be, oh my God. This one, I liked it, but I liked The Contract more. The Contract was my favorite book of Tannen's for a very long time. Very long time. There are trigger warnings. Check those out before you dive into this one. All right. Now, this is a series. This tends to be her most popular series. It's not my favorite because we're going to get there. We're going to get to my favorite, I promise. But this is the Plus One series. It's Plus One More, and Plus Us. They follow a young girl named Dylan who somehow stumbles into polyamory and ends up loving it. Love that for her. And the books follow not only her, but the couple as well, and their journey to make sure that everyone is comfortable, everyone is taken care of, and everyone feels loved in this. These are not, to me, well, okay, to be fair, I haven't read these two yet. I haven't read these two. This one didn't have as much suspense as she normally does, but there's a little bit, but it was cool. If you are not a spice reader, don't pick these up. She tells you from the opener, I wouldn't even call it a trigger warning section, but she tells you as soon as you open this book that it is full of spice, so do not pick it up. Because what we're not gonna do is rate books low because we thought they were something they weren't, especially if the author tells us what they are. All right, and last but certainly not least, my favorite Tannen book is Evolve. This is her newest release, and it definitely gives undergrad 2010 to 2015 vibes. When I tell y'all, I was so nostalgic for my time at Winthrop while reading this book. I absolutely loved it. This book is everything. This book is crazy because the female main character is a player in this book, and we don't really see that a lot. So I was very excited to go through this and enjoy the journey and just kind of think back to my times at Winthrop, the people there. It pulled at my heartstrings. Not even because it's an emotional book, just because it made me nostalgic for undergrad. But this book also had me create a playlist of all of the bops that we was listening to in the club back then. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite. But it does have some surprise appearances from The Contract. So I would say read that one first and then this one, although there's no set specific order to read them in. Now, I know that you may have noticed that Supreme Survival has tabs in it. That's because this was the first book of hers that I purchased a physical copy of. So I read this in physical, whereas the rest of these, well, not all of them. This one I read physical, but I was too engrossed in the story to really tab it up like I need to, so I'm gonna have to go back. But yeah, this one I read on Kindle. This one she gave me an ARC, so I read it on my Kindle app. And then, like I said, I haven't read these two yet. I definitely hope you guys go and check out Tannen's work. It is available on Kindle Unlimited, and you can also purchase the books off Amazon. That was today's episode of Let Me Put You On. See y'all later.